Howdy, neighbors. I thought I'd answer a few questions and things that people have made points about regarding my version of installing solar. At this point, these are all just up here temporary while I piece it all together. But there's a few things. One, I've already ordered rams that will lift these panels. These are about 100 pounds each, and the rams I bought, or jack, assists, whatever you want to call them, they're 200 pounds each. So I just have to figure out how to install them, and those should help hold them up. Then I'm going to do just like I've seen other people do and put some version of a bracket down below so that when the panels come down, I'll be able to lock them in at the base down here where they come in, some version of a, I don't know yet, I haven't figured that one out. I've seen a couple of different ways to do it. So that will anchor the panels, because I don't want them bouncing up and down and trying to rip out the screws up top because of their weight. So the other thing I'll have too is after I get done painting, the panels rest on one of these rub rails. So where they rest, I'll put some rubber on each of them. And so when I go to click it shut, not only will the clamps, whatever I come up with, will hold it to the bus, but it'll hold it to the rubber. That will act also as another form of hanging on to it. Once I get all the hinges and get them all installed, because I'm going to add another hinge to each one of those, so there's 3 hinges per panel, I'll go back up there and I'll take them out one at a time, and then I will clean the paint and everything behind them, and then I'll silicone them and screw them back in, and then I'm going to drill another hole in each one of them and put a bolt through it with wide washers on the inside. So that'll give that much more holding power. I have to figure out the wiring. Talked to a friend of mine. He says he's going to buzz on over in a couple hours and help me put together a list of all the stuff I need to order, cabling wise, switches, etc. I'd really like to get these 3 panels installed. The charge controllers that I ordered won't be here until I think Wednesday, so I got plenty of time, but I'd like to get it up and running like by Wednesday night or Thursday morning, so that they are charging my lithium batteries. Right now the van is still charging via 120 extension cord to a battery charger that I have inside. It's hooked up to the batteries, and it's only putting like 6 amps, or if that, into the batteries just to help keep them topped off. So let's see, anything else I can remember? No, I mean, I've seen this done lots of different ways on lots of different rigs. Matter of fact, Aja just redid it on hers and showed how she did it. So I have 6 of these panels for me, and I have one of them for Vicky, because one of them will fit either on her bedroom or over her kitchen window. And she's thought about that because when it gets hot, it'll act like an awning. Oh yeah, painter poles. definitely plan on doing that. A couple of painter poles, and should be able to adjust them to whatever I want as far as, the angle of the sun. But right now, those scrap pieces of plywood that I got in there seem to be at almost a pretty good angle. Any angle's good. And from the inside, they look pretty good, especially when they're down. So they act as a shade, act as curtains. And it keeps it bright in here. Having them up like that is even brighter. And then once I'm able to put them up higher, you'll be able to see out. But right now, you can barely see out of these things right here. So they provide quite a bit of privacy. Been using my diesel heater regularly. It only got down to 44 last night that I saw. Right now it's 56 outside, 67 in here. Okay, let me see. Crud. Lost the notepad here. De-do. Yeah, bolt snaps. Yep, plenty power. Oh yeah, and by not putting them on the roof, one, it does the awning thing, the shade thing, and all that, and easy to clean, blah blah blah. But it also keeps the roof free for me to decide where I want to put a deck. So that's part of the why I'm doing it too. Okay. Oh yeah. Plus, I'm gonna have to take all them down when I go to paint this thing. Get them out of the way. Either that or it's gonna be a hell of a taping and prep job. Okay. I hope that clears up some of what my plan is. Yeah, right now, let's see if I got any power going in. Three amps, 3.1, 3.9. There's 3 amps going into the batteries. I would rather have, 20 amps going in from my own solar panel, these solar panels. Okay. I guess for right now, that's my version of what I'm doing with the solar panels. And I think I mentioned already too that I'm putting a charge controller on these 3, and then a charge controller on the other 3 on the other side, so that when one's cranked up like this one would be, the other side wouldn't be cranked up and putting out a lot of power. So they can both operate independently of each other and not affect each other. What else? There's always something I forget. Anyway, later.